Hey guys and gals, how you doing? Today I'll be reviewing a documentary on a popular soap opera TV series a long time ago. And me as being more of an 80s child, I grew up with the reruns of this. And it was called The Dark Shadows soap opera TV show. And this is a documentary called Master of Dark Shadows, which explains the history and the beginning, how the show was created, and the outcome, the aftermath of the show. They talk a little bit about the movie and about the creator mainly and what he was up to after Dark Shadows. Um, my childhood was so memorable on this because my mom told me how she grew up on the show growing up and how it scares her when she was a little girl, and it shows me how time to pass the torch when I was actually grew up on the reruns of this. I wasn't able to watch all the single episodes, but I did watch most of it. So what I know so far, and it was kind of creepy and scary though for what it was. And this documentary kind of revived myself watching this. Like want to go back and watch every single episode now because it's just how the I thought it lasted in the 80s when growing up, but it only lasted 6 seasons. And if I'm correct, I think it was from 66 to 71. I was like, wow. And it had like 1,000 plus episodes. It's amazing. The movie talking about, as this documentary movie talk about the guy who created it, how he started, where he came from, and then suddenly he had something for a soap opera. And when the original Dark Shadows aired, it wasn't what people expected to be, and it was about to go down. About to be cancellation pretty much. So the guy had an idea about some horror stuff and decided to add it. And why not? We're going out, so let me just go out with a bang. And suddenly the horror elements worked for the show, and old fans, young fans, all became fans of this soap opera now because of the horror elements. And it shows you the power of horror. People say that if horror movies are not all that now, you must be crazy because it shows you that horror is like one of the best genre in entertainment. It escapes you to reality, and sometimes, scary enough, there is also real reality in horror, but that's another story for another time, for another episode. But The Dark Shadows, it's great. I mean, it's a great documentary. You learn everything about it. The creator, the people who's behind it, the actors and actresses, the fans. You find out what goes on behind the scenes, the conflict with the lead vampire actor towards the creator. They talk about the two movie version of Dark Shadows, which I did not know about, by the way, until I saw this documentary. I was like, wow, I really do have to go back now even further, you know. Um, it talks about Dan Coates, what he does after Dark Shadows. They talk about the remake, that horror remake with Johnny Depp in it. I mean, I didn't believe it or not. I did enjoy the movie with Johnny Depp in it. I just didn't enjoy Johnny Depp as Barnabas. That was the only problem, you know. And I know it had comedy elements in it too, of course, but it was such an enjoyable about it. It's just Johnny Depp just kind of killed the mood for it. They also talk about the revived series of Dark Shadow with Ben Cross playing Barnabas, which I felt like was actually good, in my opinion, but you can never outdo the original, of course not. Um, Dark Shadows is a must see. Excuse me, Master of Dark Shadows. Let me rephrase that. But also, since I'm talking about this documentary for you guys and gals, I say go back and try and look for the TV series. And I think Tubi. No, actually, I think Tubi TV actually have the series. Actually, I just realized that. So maybe I could actually do catch up a little bit. But anyway, Master of Dark Shadows must see. Peace out. It's later, guys and gals.